Firstly, it's a great honour for me to be here, sharing the stage with Mr. Luke Cheevers, fantastic singer and great man for songs. When we started this, thanks very much to Michael, Mick and Aileen for inviting me to do this part of your series on traditional songs. I realised that I'd actually recorded quite a lot of the child ballads, so I thought it would be very easy for me to just get up here and sing everything I know, so I decided I'd challenge myself. So I'm going to sing a song I just learnt, and I've already sung this for my class, one of whom is here tonight only. And anyway, it's the great Selkie of Sule, Skerry, a song I'd heard about, but never, didn't know much about it. In fact, I couldn't understand it because it's very Scottish. This version comes from the Orkney Islands. So I've taken it down and made it a kind of a, well, it's an Irish version because it's an Irish woman singing it. And this version I sing, Jean Redpath sang this version. But the song then was discovered in America in a book, and this man put an air to it. And that was the air that Joan Baez recorded, An Earthly Nurse. An earthly nurse. But I decided to learn this more original air, which is found in the Orkneys. So 15 verses, let's see how it comes out. In Norway land there lived a maid, Hush Baloo Lily, she did say, Oh, little can I, my baby's father, know yet the land that he dwells in. It happened on a certain day, as this young maid lay fast asleep, that in and came the great Selkie, and sat him down at her bed feet. Oh wake, my pretty maid, it's so how soundly you do sleep, for it is I, your baby's father, sitting here at your bed feet. I pray come tell to me your name, and where your dwelling it may be. My name is Good Hill Marliner, and I earn my living out to sea. I am a man upon the land, I am a Selkie on the sea. And I am a Selkie on the sea. And when I'm far and far from land, my home it is in Sule, Skerry. Oh, alas, this weary fate has laid on me, that a man may come from the west of Hoy, and father here a child on me. My dear, I'll wed you with a ring, with a gay gold ring, I'll wed with thee. You may go to the wedding with whom you will, I'm sure we'll never married be. And will you nurse my pretty son for 7 long years, all at your knee? And when 7 long years are past and gone, I'll return with a nurse's fee. And so she nursed his little wee son for 7 long years, all on her knee. And when 7 long years were past and gone, he's come with gold and white money. And now, my dear, will you take the ring? Will you take the ring and wed with me? You may go to the wedding with whom you will. I'm sure you'll never marry me. I'll put a gold chain round his neck, and a gay gold chain, I'm sure it will be. And when he's fair, he comes to the Norway land. I'm sure that you will remember he, and you will marry a gunner good, and a gay good gunner, I'm sure he will be. And he'll go out on a May morning, and he'll shoot your son, and he'll shoot me. And so she married gunner good, and a gay good gunner, I'm sure it was he. And he's gone out on a May morning, and he's shot her son and the grey Selkie. And so she waited on the tide, as the gay good gunner returned to land. She cried, alas, whene'er she spied a gay gold ring all in his hand. Oh, woe, alas, this weary fate, this weary fate that's laid on me. And so she cried, and so she sighed, and her tender heart, it broke in three.
Well, thank you all very much for the lovely warm welcome that you gave us, and I'll go straight into it. There's no need for me to repeat what's already on the sheet about this number. It's customary to mention the number of the song in the collection, I believe, and I think it's 105. It's not, it's 84, isn't it? Yeah. I was only missing. On top, I like to talk myself into the song if I get the opportunity. I've been singing the song for years. The first time I became aware of it was down at the Cork Folk Festival, and I saw for the first time the great man mentioned in the note there, Tom Lenihan. And I was amazed in the first place when he was just sitting there like a man of his period, with his cap on him and his suit and tie and all that, and as relaxed. Now I thought the man was going to fall asleep. There was no way that was going to happen, but you know, he looked so relaxed, you know. And he sang Barbary Allen, and at the time when this was the time when in the mid '80s, and we used to go around with tape recorders the size of large sliced pans, you know, and I taped it. Now the other day, last couple of days, I was trying to, I was looking for a recording of the song, and Tom Munnelly done this book of his songs, of Tom Lenihan's songs, and came with two tapes, cassette tapes, and Barbary Ellen is not on it. As he called it, Barbary, not Barbara Ellen, Barbary is Tom called it, and it's not on that. And I looked up the LP that they made it on, Paddy's Panacea, and it's not on that. And I couldn't find the tape, but as far as I can remember, the air that I'm going to sing it through is the air that I recorded down in Cork. So I'll go straight into it. In Dublin town I was brought down, and Limerick being me dwelling, I fell in love with a pretty girl, and her name was Barbary Ellen. And her name was Barbary Ellen. I fell in love with a pretty girl, and her name was Barbary Ellen. For 12 long months I courted her, until I thought I'd get her. Now wait a while, and you will hear how maidens' minds do alter. How maidens' minds do alter. Now wait a while, and you will hear how maidens' minds do alter. Well, I fell sick and very bad. I sent for her to cure me, but the word she said whene'er she came, I fear, young man, you're dying. I fear, young man, you're dying. And the word she said whene'er she came, I fear, young man, you're dying. Oh, dying dear, how can this be? One kiss from me, you will cure me. One kiss from me, you'll never get, if your very heart was breaking. If your very heart was breaking, one kiss from me you'll never get, if your very heart was breaking. Do you remember Saturday night, when we were in the alehouse? You drank ale with all fair maids, and you slighted Barbary Ellen. And you slighted Barbary Ellen. You drank ale with all fair maids, and you slighted Barbary Ellen. I do remember Saturday night, when we were in the alehouse. I drank ale with all fair maids, as a toast to Barbary Ellen. As a toast to Barbary Ellen, I drank ale with all fair maids, as a toast to Barbary Ellen. As she went o'er her father's fields, she heard a death knell knolling, and every knoll it seemed to say, hard-hearted Barbary Ellen. Hard-hearted Barbary Ellen. And every toll it seemed to say, hard-hearted Barbary Ellen. As she was in her father's lodge, she saw his corpse coming. Lay down, me true love's corpse, until I gaze upon him. Until I gaze upon him. Lay down, me true love's corpse, until I gaze upon him. And the more she gazed, the more she sobbed. But the more that she scorned at him, until all her friends cried out in shame, Hard-hearted Barbary Ellen, hard-hearted Barbary Ellen, until all her friends cried out in shame. Hard-hearted Barbary Ellen, go home, dear mother, make my bed down. Make it soft and narrow. A young man died for me last night. I'll die for him tomorrow. I'll die for him tomorrow. A young man died for me last night. I'll die for him tomorrow. Well, now this couple are dead and gone, and in one grave together. One of them died for pure true love, and the other in grief and sorrow. And the other in grief and sorrow. One of them died for pure true love, and the other in grief and sorrow. Thank you. This song is highly controversial and always has been, The Jew's Daughter. Again, I won't refer to the notes other than to say that the cult of Sir Hugh spread all over Europe. In Austria they had a cult of St. Andres, where right up to 1985 or 84, I have an article there that I pulled from the Irish Times at the time, where in some of these Austrian villages up in the Tyrol Mountains, they used to parade this little statue of St. Andrew, and there was great devotion to him because it was believed that he had been, in medieval times, like Sir Hugh, he had been murdered and his blood used for Jewish rituals, which of course was all just anti-Semitic propaganda. But it prevailed, as I say, in Austria. And it wasn't, again, I pulled a little article, I have it in my pocket here, I won't need to read it out, but in July 1994, it wasn't until that date that the Vatican had been opposed to these processions, but it wasn't until 1994 that the Austrian Church officially banned it. They put a stop to it altogether because of the protests. Anyway, another thing, I was talking to a well-known Dublin singer on Saturday night, and he was asking me what was I going to sing, and I said I was going to sing The Jew's Daughter, or was more commonly known as Little Sir Hugh or Little Harry Hughes. There's various versions of it, and I'm sure he said it was himself. I know he used to sing it because I'm using his air, and he told me that he stopped singing it, and I'm sure it was himself or it was someone else he was speaking to, that he stopped singing it because when he had sung it on one occasion, a woman told him afterwards that she was highly offended by it. Now, the last thing we want to do when singing a song is to offend anybody, but in itself, it's a piece of history. And anyway, I'll have a go. The rain ran down to Mary Lincoln town, so did it down the wall. So did the boys of Mary Lincoln town when they played at the ball, when they played at the ball. Then out and came the Jew's daughter, said, "Will you come in and dine?" "I will not come in, I cannot come in, without me playfellows nine, without me playfellows nine." She pulled an apple red and white to entice the young thing in. She pulled an apple white and red, and that sweet child did win, and that sweet child did win. Then she had taken a little penknife that was hidden behind the door, and she has parted that young thing in his life, and he never spoke no more. He never spoke no more. Then out and ran the tick blood, and out and ran the tin, and out and ran his bonny heart's blood, till there was no life left in, till there was no life left in. She laid him on a dressing board, and dressed him like a swine, and laughing said, "Go out now and play with your sweet playfellows nine, with your sweet playfellows nine." She wrapped them in a sheet of lead, and bade them lie still and sleep. She cast them into a deep draw well, full 15 fathoms deep, full 15 fathoms deep. The bells were rung and the mass was sung, and every lady went home, and every lady had her own wee son, but Lady Helen had none. Lady Helen had none. She wrapped her mantle about her head, and sore did she weep. And she went into the Jew's house when they were all asleep, when they were all asleep. My bonny sir, you, my pretty sir, you, I pray you to me speak. O mother, go to the deep draw well, and you your son shall view, your son do seek, if you your son do seek. Lady Helen ran to the deep draw well, and knelt down on her knee. If you be there, my bonny sir, you, I pray you speak to me. I pray you speak to me. The lead is wondrous heavy, lady, the well is wondrous deep. and a keen penknife sticks in me heart, and the word I cannot speak, a word I cannot speak. Go home, my mother dear, fetch me my winding sheet. And at the back of Merry Lincoln town, it's there we two shall meet. It's there we two shall meet. The rain ran down through Merry Lincoln town, so did it down the wall. So did the boys of Merry Lincoln town when they played at the ball, when they played at the ball.
Thanks, Luke. I love that Dublin accent. The next song I'll sing is Queen Jane, or the Deaths of Queen Jane, and she was the one of the wives of King Henry VIII. Now, the Irish connection in this song with me is that the air of this song was written by Danny Sproul, and when he was in a band with the O'Donnells, O'Donnells. What was the name of that band? Skerry Bray. And he gave it to Micheál O'Donnell, who recorded it with Bothy Band. So I still have an awful lot of work to do. This project is an ongoing project. I think we'll have a website up in January. So there's still loads of writing to do and research. And I have a big paper that I have to read on propaganda and the death of Queen Jane. Apparently she had a natural birth after some days, but not 3 or 9 or in some cases 12 days. The way the song has just travelled. Anyway, in my case, she's in labour for 9 days. Whew. And I'll just use my prop. Queen Jane lay in labour for 9 days or more. The women grew so weary, they could no longer bear. They could no longer bear. Good women, good women, good women as ye be, will you open my right side and find my baby, and find my baby? Oh no, cried the women, that's a thing that never can be. We will send for King Henry and see what he might say, and hear what he might say. King Henry was sent for, King Henry did come, saying, what does ail you, my lady? Your eyes, they look so dim. Your eyes, they look so dim. King Henry, King Henry, will you do just one thing for me? right side and find my baby, and find my baby. Oh no, cried King Henry, that's the thing I never will do. If I lose the flower of England, I lose the branch too. I will lose the branch too. There was fiddling and dancing on the day the babe was born, but good Queen Jane, beloved, lay cold as a stone. She lay cold as a stone. The next song I'm going to sing is Child Ballad 248, and this is The Lover's Ghost, or as Child called it, Were You My Father? Are you my father? Oh, I can't remember. But the grey cock, or Are You My Father? And there is a version in Ireland sung regularly. Rosie Stewart sings it, and I'd say Mick Fowler sings it. True Lover John, not False Lover John, True Lover John. And this is the same song. So in my research, I discovered that the only time this particular version appears is in P.W. Joyce's collection. He says he learnt it as a small child, and I haven't double-checked his years, but I think it was 1830s or 1840s that this was knocking around Ireland. I learnt this in 1960s. And I was a child, obviously. I could barely talk, but I could sing. And I loved the last verse of this song. So, The Lover's Ghost. Oh, you're welcome home again, said the young man to his love. I have waited for many a night and day. You are tired, you are cold, said the young man to his love. You will never again go away. I must go away, she said, when the little cock does crow, for here they would not let me stay. But if I had my dearest dear, he said, this night would be ever day. Oh, my pretty little cock, oh, my handsome little cock, I pray you do not crow before the day. And your comb shall be made of the very beaten gold, and your wings of the silver so gay. But oh, this little cock, so handsome as he was, he crew shrill a full hour too soon, and he sent my love away, not by the break of day, it being only the light of the moon. And where is your bed, My dearest dear, he said, and where are your white Holland sheep? And where are your waiting maids? My dearest dear, he said, who wait on you while you are asleep. The clay, it is my bed, my dearest dear, she said. The shroud is my white Holland sheet. The worms and the creeping things are my waiting maids, who wait on me while I am asleep.
Oh.
It is, and then, oh no, yes. Let's do it.
Now, where are we? Yeah, Little Musgrave, Lord Bernard and Little Musgrave and Lady Bernard. I have a right to something. Yeah. When it was only last night, I was looking through the song and I was seeing this Musgrave, and I thought of Musgrave tea, you know. I said to myself, maybe this Musgrave was an Irishman, you know. He might have got himself into this sort of a tangle. So I pulled down out of my very extensive library, which is about MacLuis's genealogy, and I looked up Musgrave, and it seems he couldn't have been an Irishman, because our song goes back prior to the Musgraves coming to Ireland. The Musgraves came to Ireland, they were introduced during the Ulster plantation. There was two major plantations, one, the Cromwellian one, and the one before it. In other words, I don't know the date of it. But yeah, so the song, as the note says there, you know, there's references to it. I think it's 1611, and that I'm sure Cromwell and his boys that landed down where I come from, down in Ringsend, where they were welcomed and given their tea. I believe that's the slagging that we always get, that Cromwell landed in Ringsend. And yeah, that was in the 1640s, wasn't it? But anyway, that's not getting us nearer to the song. Tom Linehan in that book makes after singing a song, he says, a man that used to sing that song had the song sung in him, you know. And what he meant, as far as I remember, is that he said he used to sing that regularly, he had that song sung in him. In other words, he had it well deep inside him, you know. Now, I have to say that I haven't got this song sung inside me, you know. I'm familiar with it for years and years, but I've only sort of learned it recently, I have to admit that. But I'll give it my best shot. It fell upon a holy day, as many's in the year. Musgrave to the church did go to see fine ladies there. Some were dressed in velvet red and more in velvet pale. Then came Lord Bernard's wife, the fairest amongst them all. She cast an eye on the little Musgrave, as bright as a summer sun. Said Musgrave unto himself, this lady's heart I've won. I have loved you, fair lady, full long and many's the day, And I have loved you, little Musgrave, but never a word could say. I have a bower in Bugglesford, Bertie, it's me heart's delight. I'll take you back there with me if you lie in me arms tonight. But standing by was a little foot page, from the lady's coach he ran. Although I am a lady's page, I'm first Lord Bernard's man. And me Lord Bernard shall hear of this, whether I sink or swim. And wherever a bridge was broke, he'd enter the water and swim. Me Lord Bernard, you are a man of life. But Musgrave is in Bugglesford, Bertie, asleep with your wedded wife. Well, if this be true, me little foot page, this thing thou tellest me, from the height all the gold in Bugglesford, Bertie, I'll gladly give to thee. But if this be false, me little Musgrave, this thing thou tellest me, from the highest tree in Bugglesford, Bertie, hanged you will be. Go saddle me the black, he said, go saddle me the grey. Sound you not your horn, he said, lest your coming you betray. But there was a man in Lord Bernard's train who loved the little Musgrave. He blew his horn both loud and shrill, away, Musgrave, away. I think I hear the morning cock, I think I hear the jay. I think I hear Lord Bernard's men, I must away. Lie still, my little Musgrave, and hug me from the cold. It's nothing but a shepherd lad, bringing his sheep to fold. Is your hawk not upon your perch? Your steed has oats and hay, and you with the lady in your arms, why should you be away? So they kissed and turned, and then they fell asleep. When they awoke, Lord Bernard's men were standing at their feet. How do you like me bed, he said, and how do you like me sheet? And how do you like me fair lady who lies in your arms asleep? It's well I like your bed, he said, the more it brings me pain. I'd gladly give £100 to be on yonder plain. Rise up, me little Musgrave, rise up and do put on. It'll not be said in this country I slayed a naked man. So slowly he got up, and slowly he put on. Slowly he went down the stairs, a-thinking for to be slain. I have 2 swords down by my side, full well they cost my purse. You shall have the best of them, and I shall have the worst. Well, the first blow that little Musgrave struck, it hurt Lord Bernard sore. But the next blow that Lord Bernard struck, little Musgrave ne'er struck more. How do you like his cheek, he said, and how do you like his chin? And how do you like his dead body, that there is no life within? It's well I like his cheeky sash, he said. It's more I like his chin, and more I like his dead body than all your kit and kin. Than all your kit and kin. Then he has taken his long, long sword to strike the mortal blow. True and true the lady's heart, the cold steel it did go. Go dig a grave, or Barnard send to... To put these lovers in, put my lady on the upper hand, for she came from better kin. For I have killed the finest man that ever rode a steed, and I have killed the fairest lady that ever did a woman's deed. It fell upon a holy day, as many's in the year. Musgrave to the church did go to see fine ladies there. Thank you.
This next one I'm going to sing is The Two Sisters. This is a very, very old song. And normally in some of the older versions there is a supernatural element where the drowned girl is discovered and her hair, long yellow hair, is made into the strings of a harp and her bones make the body. But I got this version along with my sister Anne from Clannad. And I've asked them where did they get their version, and they got it from somebody up in Omagh. And I'm trying to remember his name. Brian Mullins? They got it from Brian Mullins. But in my research I discovered that there are a couple of American versions. And this version I'm going to sing is closest to version Z in the Child Ballad collection, because there are rather a lot. I think there's 27 versions altogether. Anyway, I normally sing this with my sister, but I have not asked her to sing tonight, so she can relax and listen. There were two sisters side by side, sing I dum, sing I day. There were two sisters side by side, the boys are bound for me. There were two sisters side by side, the young one for young Johnny cried, I'll be true unto my love if you'll be true to me. Johnny bought the youngest a beaver hat, sing I dum, sing I day. Johnny bought the youngest a beaver hat, the boys are bound for me. Johnny bought the youngest a beaver hat, the eldest didn't think much of that. I'll be true unto my love if you'll be true to me. Johnny bought the youngest a gay gold ring, sing I dum, sing I day. Johnny bought the youngest a gay gold ring, the boys are bound for me. Johnny bought the youngest a gay gold ring, he never bought the eldest a single thing. I'll be true unto my love if you'll be true to me. As they were walking by the stony brim, sing I dum, sing I day. As they were walking by the stony brim, the boys are bound for me. As they were walking by the stony brim, the eldest pushed the youngest in. I'll be true unto my love if you'll be true to me. Sister, oh sister, give me your hand, sing I dum, sing I day. Sister, oh sister, give me your hand, the boys are bound for me. Sister, oh sister, give me your hand, and you can have Johnny and all his land. I'll be true unto my love if you'll be true to me. Oh sister, I will not give you my hand, sing I dum, sing I day. Oh sister, I will not give you my hand, the boys are bound for me. Oh sister, I will not give you my hand, and I will have Johnny and all his land. I'll be true unto my love, if you'll be true to me. So away she sank and away she swam, sing I dum, sing I day. Away she sank and away she swam, the boys are bound for me. Away she sank and away she swam, until she came to a miller's dam. I'll be true unto my love, if you'll be true to me. The miller he took her gay gold ring, sing I dum, sing I day. The miller he took her gay gold ring, the boys are bound for me. The miller he took her gay gold ring, and then he pushed her in again. I'll be true unto my love, if you'll be true to me. The miller he was hanged on a mountain head, sing I dum, sing I day. The miller he was hanged on a mountain head, the boys are bound for me. The miller he was hanged on a mountain head, the eldest sister boiled in lead. I'll be true unto my love, if you'll be true to me. So that's all. This is my last song, the fifth song, and this does the only Irish connection with this that I can find is me. But I learnt it. I was lucky enough. In 1983, I accidentally discovered a pub in Clare, in Ballyvaughan, that I didn't know was a pub. And I went in and there was a whole singing session on, and I didn't know what a singing session was, even though I'd been learning songs all my life. And in 1983, I met a man called Mike Donoghue, and he was part of the Revogue Singers Club in Galway at the time. And he was one of the most, he really just supported me in learning songs. I walked into that place and I was asked to say, somebody asked me, did I sing? And I went, yeah. And I sang a song with a chorus, and everybody sang along with me. And that was really the beginning of my getting up on stage singing. But I learned this on the day I learnt of his death. He was tragically killed in a car crash in 1985. And I learnt this in his honour. And there is a chorus, and I know there's an awful lot of singers here, as well as listeners, and you're welcome to sing it. So I'd just like to thank very much the sound engineers as well for doing a great job. And I'll finish with this. Thank you very much. Oh, Annan waters wondrous deep, a mile of Annie's wondrous valley, and lo, that she should wet her feet, because I love her best of any. Go saddle to me the bonny grey mare, go saddle her soon and make her ready, for I must cross that stream tonight, all for to see my bonny lady. And woe betide you, Annan water, by night you are a gloomy river, and over you I'll build a bridge that never more true love may sever. And he has ridden o'er field and fen, o'er moor and moss, and many the mire, and the spurs of steel are sore to bite, and from the mare's feet flew the fire. Oh, the mare rode on o'er moor and moss, and when she gained the Annan water, she could not ride a furlong more. Though 1,000 whips be laid upon her, and woe betide you, Annan water. By night you are a gloomy river, and over you I'll build a bridge, that never more true love may serve. O boatman, come, lay off your boat, lay off your boat for gold and money, for I must cross that stream tonight, all far to see my bonny lady. Oh, the water is deep and the sides are steep, from bank to brae the water's pouring, and the bonny grey mare she sweats for fear, all far to hear the waters roaring. And woe betide you, Annan water, by night you are a gloomy river, and over you I'll build a bridge, that never more true love may serve. And he has tried to swim that stream, and he swam on both long and steady, but the river is wide and strength did fail, and he never more did see his lady. Oh, woe betide you, willow wand, and woe betide you, bush and briar, for it broke beneath that true love's hand, when strength did fail and limbs did tire. And woe betide you, Annan water, by night you are a gloomy river, and over you I'll build a bridge, that never more true love may sever.
For the last song of the evening, and we're back onto a child ballad. Now, I have a problem with this song. It's a Dublin version of Lord Randall, and the problem I have with the song is that the young man, or it doesn't say what age he is, but the man that has been poisoned and about to die leaves his various possessions to different members of his family, and to his sweetheart he leaves a rope to hang her. Now, the song does not, I think this is unfair, because the song does not tell you or prove that she is responsible. We're to assume that she's responsible because he's leaving a rope to hang her. So this is the problem I have with the song. So anyway, what I want to say to you is that the file is still open on this case, and investigations are ongoing. So keep your eye on Crime Watch, and we'll eventually find out who is responsible for the poisoning of this young man. Yeah, but this is a Dublin version of Lord Randall, and we're going to attempt to sing it together or make a mess of it together or whatever.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, well, I'll speak for myself, yeah. Where have you been all day, Henry, me son? Where have you been all day, my beloved one? Away in the meadow, away in the meadow, make my bed, I've a pain in me head, and I want to lie down. What did you have to eat, Henry, me son? What did you have to eat, my beloved one? Poison beans, poison beans, make my bed, I've a pain in me head, and I want to lie down. What colour were those beans, Henry, me son? What colour were those beans, my beloved one? Green and yellow, green and yellow, make my bed, I've a pain in me head, and I want to lie down. What will you leave your mother, Henry, me son? What will you leave your mother, my beloved one? A woolen vest, a woolen vest, make my bed, I've a pain in me head, and I want to lie down. What will you leave your father, Henry, my son? What will you leave your father, my beloved one? A watch and chain, a watch and chain, make my bed, I've a pain in me head, and I want to lie down. What will you leave your brother, Henry, me son? What will you leave your brother, my beloved one? A blue suit, a blue suit, make my bed, I've a pain in me head, and I want to lie down. What will you leave your children, Henry, me son? What will you leave your children, my beloved one? The key to heaven, the key to heaven, make my bed, I've a pain in me head, and I want to lie down. What will you leave your sweetheart, Henry, me son? What will you leave your sweetheart, my beloved one? A rope to hang her, a rope to hang her, make